Taking radical responsibility will change your entire life. I've seen a direct correlation between me taking responsibility and shifting out of that victim mode and the results that I get in my business, my life, and my body. This is possible for you. And all you need to do is realize that you are the problem. You're so used to being told, you're not the problem, they're the problem, he's the problem, she's the problem, your boss is the problem. What if you were to look at it a different way and say, you know what? I am the common fucking denominator and I am the problem here. In today's episode, I'm going to run you through exactly how to recognize where you are the problem, how to take radical responsibility, and how to shift out of victim into your most empowered and embodied self. When you're in victim, you give your power away to everybody else. He's done this to me and so I can't do X. My boss has done this, so blah, 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 blah. And it might even show up in like, oh, this person hasn't paid me this, so I can't pay you. Well, you're just passing the blame. Or maybe it shows up in my partner, he really doesn't like to cook, so we get takeaway. How is that his problem? That is a you problem because it's you that doesn't want the takeaway. So actually being able to look at where are you giving away your power? And it will show up in different ways and you probably don't realize that you're doing it. Nobody sits there and thinks, I am being the victim right now. Like nobody is going to say to themselves, oh, I wonder if I'm being the victim here. We don't actively think I'm going to go into victim mode right now, but it happens as a byproduct of just what we do naturally as humans. And what we naturally do as humans is our ego is designed to protect us, to convince us that we're in the right, because that feels safe. It feels very, very unsafe to say, oh, am I the problem? But you are the problem. 9 times out of 10, everything happening in your life is a reflection of you. That's not to say the shit that you go through is deserved or justified or whatever, right? I get it. You've been through shit. You've probably been through some really, really horrible shit. But what happens when we let that person take all of that power or that event take all of that power from us? We remain in victim and we remain powerless. You remain powerless. And what that event has done or what that person has done has actually extracted all of your power and you have let them take all of that power from you. Whatever has happened, you have to decide, I won't be the victim in this situation. I will not identify as the victim in this situation, because identifying as a victim doesn't just, it gives you a temporary boost, a temporary, that shouldn't have happened to me, this is so unfair, a temporary sympathy that you want for yourself. But from that point onwards, it keeps you so stuck exactly where you are. Whatever has happened in your life, whatever continues to happen, because life isn't linear. You're going to have ups and downs. You're going to have shit things happen to you over and over and over again. You know, the crazy things will happen. But you can't stay stuck in the victim, because when you stay stuck in the victim, you lose all personal responsibility. And the most powerful thing that you can do is take radical personal responsibility in any situation and go, that's my fault. Cool. I'll take that. That's on me. I am the chaos here. I am the catastrophizer. I am the one that is, I am the common denominator. I remember hearing this thinking, fuck. And it was a YouTube video I was watching. And this woman said, wherever, the shit going on, there I am again. I'm right there. I'm right there in the middle of that shit. Why? Because I am the common denominator. If you say bad things always happen to me, I feel so unlucky. Okay, well, where are you being the victim in that situation? Why are you always in these bad circumstances? Just a question to ask yourself. But if you are stuck in victim, if you are stuck in blame, you have to understand that this is a safety mechanism. It's your brain just trying to keep you safe, and that's completely fine, right? We say thank you. Thank you to that part of the brain that is trying to keep me safe, that is trying to keep me exactly where I am. But I don't need you. I don't need you right now. You've done your job. Thank you so much. You protected me for, a week after the event, or a week after that things happened, or a week after, your boyfriend's dumped you. You protected me now, but now I've got to move on. I've got to have that empowerment for myself. And this was me. This was me, and my ego would come in over and over and over again, and it would make me the victim in every single circumstance. I was hiring mentors to fix my business. I was like, I'm just not growing, blah, 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 blah. It was me. It was never the strategy. It was never that I needed a new thing, I needed to learn something new, or I needed to do something differently. It was me and my energy and how I was showing up. I was self-sabotaging. I was not in alignment. I really am a big believer, you all know this by now, but I'm a big believer in your energy, and my energy was not in alignment with what I said I wanted to achieve. And so what would happen is I would subconsciously be self-sabotaging. I'd subconsciously be blocking my own success. And this is where I had to recognize, okay, personal responsibility comes in. This is me. You can't say that you want to transform your body and then continue to eat crap and be like, oh, I just don't have the time to cook. Yes, you do. If you don't have time to cook, order a healthy meal prep. If you don't have time to cook, hire a private chef. You don't have time to cook, but you have time to go to the shop and get a cake. Like, you have the time. You're the person here. You are the victim. You are the common denominator. You are the person that needs to take that full responsibility. Even if it's your exercise, you're saying, I want to be the healthiest, wealthiest version of myself, but you're not exercising. Your body is unhealthy. You need to exercise. You need to move your body. You need to take radical self-responsibility for everything that is going on within your life, because when you blame it on somebody else, you pass away that power. When you blame it on life being chaotic, you pass away that power. And even this week I was doing this myself, and this is why I'm recording this today, because in 2 weeks' time, 2 weeks today, holy crap, we are moving, myself and Ollie, we're moving to Dubai. We are moving our entire lives. We're setting up our businesses out there. We're getting visas. Like, we're not just going traveling, we're fully freaking moving. And this last 2 weeks, I've been like, oh my God, everything's so overwhelming. Life is chaotic. I was making really erratic decisions in my life and in my business, which impacted people around me, right? It impacted others, but it was me. I was the one that was not taking responsibility. I was saying, things are just chaotic right now. Like, I'm so overwhelmed. Life is crazy. I need to sell all my stuff. I need to sell my car. And I was using it as an excuse as to why I was not performing at my best. I was using it as an excuse to not show up as my best. I was using it as an excuse to push my bedtimes back a little bit, to wake up a little bit later, to ease into the day, to not follow through on my standards, to scroll a little bit more. But it was me. It wasn't this outside circumstances, because I have created this. I am the one that's decided to move. I am the one that's decided to sell my car. I am the one that's decided to build a business. I am the one that's decided to do 700 different launches at the same time as moving. It was me. So I have to take responsibility. And it was Ollie that actually reminded me. He's so funny. He listens to my podcast and to my YouTube, and he goes through my resources about mindset. And he said, either your internal state is going to always reflect your external reality. That's what you say. And I was like, you know what? I needed that. I needed that reminder that I was creating my own chaos. This is all a byproduct of myself. And everyone is saying, oh, you've got so much on, give yourself some slack. Yeah, but despite what's going on, it's me internally that's creating this chaos, right? I have had a huge shift in the last 24 hours, I would say. It feels easy now. I'm moving. I'm excited. I'm not even stressed about selling my car. I'm not stressed about moving. I'm not stressed about selling my clothes. I'm not stressed about my launches anymore. But I had to take that personal responsibility and realize I am the one that is bringing all of this chaos around. I am the one that is ruining this for myself. I am the one that's making this mean something that it doesn't need to mean. My energy is reflecting outwards into everything else. And I love Ollie is incredible at this, and he's incredible at, we're really good at helping each other out with this stuff. He made it really clear to me. He said, you're feeling chaotic, you're feeling like you've got no time, you're feeling like you've always got 101 messages to get back to. You're waking up and checking your messages first thing. You're looking for the chaos. And it's so incredible that he was able to recognize that in me, because I couldn't recognize it in myself. And this self-development journey is always a journey. Like, we're always working on being better, but you have to have that support system. If you can't recognize it yourself, you need somebody else to say, you're looking for the chaos here. You're telling yourself that everything's overwhelming, and so you're going out and looking for where things are overwhelmed. That's your RAS, your reticulated activated system. which goes out and it filters in, it brings in the things that you are saying to reaffirm your belief, to reaffirm the belief in me right now that everything's overwhelming, to reaffirm the belief that I can't grow the business whilst also moving because that's too much to have, to reaffirm the belief that I can't change my business whilst also moving because that's too much. Where are you looking for the chaos, and where are you avoiding taking personal responsibility? When you move into personal responsibility, when you take full ownership of every single thing that is going on within your life, you will buy back empowerment. You will buy back control. You will gain back that passion, that energy that you usually have is going to come from taking personal responsibility, even when things go to shit. Even when you can confidently say, you know what, I'm not showing up for myself right now. I'm not showing up for my team right now. I've not been showing up for my clients in the way that I want to. That's on me. And it's difficult to say that. It's difficult for me to say that's on me. It is. But the only way that you can shift through it is by being aware of it and taking action to improve it. So today I challenge you to become aware of your subconscious beliefs, to become aware of your patterns, to become aware of where these things are happening for you. Where is it that every few months you're falling down the same spiral? Where everything seems overwhelming, you're falling off track with your fitness, you're rethinking everything. Where is it that these patterns are occurring in your life, in your body, in your mindset, and in your business? Because I know when you are able to see these patterns and you're able to move through them to avoid spiraling, you will transform everything. You will transform your body, you will transform your business, you will transform your mindset 10 times faster, and you will achieve 10 times the result when you are able to see these things, take full ownership from them, and take ownership in your role that you are actively playing in this. Take responsibility for the role that you need to play to move out of this and to embody the version of you that you want to be instead. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I hope you take full personal responsibility, and I hope you truly take these things in. Don't just skim through them. Don't just listen to them so you can say that you listen to another self-development podcast. Really think about this. Pause this. Go back and listen to it, not in 2 times speed like I know you are, but in one time speed. Take everything in. Make notes. Don't just do this as another tick box because it's validating your need to listen to self-development shit or to listen to the mindset shit so you can feel like you're doing the work. I see you, girl. Do the work. Listen to this. Take it in. Make the notes. Take full ownership of the role that you are playing in your own life. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. You're amazing. I love you, and I will talk to you soon.